This November monthly favorites video is packed full of things. I don't even know if I can call it a monthly favorites video. I have both lifestyle and beauty favorites, a couple of fails as well. I'm sharing a couple of beauty channels with you. I have some giveaways at the end, so stay tuned. Yes, I'm going to be talking about some giveaways, plural, and I have an announcement that I have been sitting on that I am finally ready to tell you about. I think I'm a little nervous about it. I think that's it. We're going to see if I can pack that all into this video, so let's get started. I was going to hold off on this until the end of the year, but then I decided why not just go ahead and do it, because I know there's a lot of you out there that this will help. I've alluded a couple of times to having a side project that I've been working on. I have been helping people behind the scenes doing some social media coaching and strategizing, and I have some things coming up in the pipeline I'm really excited about. I've talked several times on my channel about how I have a background going back about 2 decades in marketing, sales, research. So I've decided to open up a Facebook group for those of you who are wanting to grow your social media presence. I know there's a lot of you out there because you contact me on a regular basis, and I love helping you and I love giving advice. And this community is for creators, influencers, business owners, entrepreneurs, creative people. If you're wanting to grow your social media presence in some way, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, if you're wanting to start a YouTube channel and you don't know how, or if you're just frustrated with your growth on a social media platform, it's a place where we can come together and bounce ideas off of each other, share frustrations, share tips and tricks and strategies, and just have a positive atmosphere with each other. So if that's you, if you know of anybody who is on social media and could use a community like this, go to the link below, share the link below. That is going to be a Facebook group for you guys. I just decided to go ahead and open up the Facebook group. It is free. There's nothing behind it or anything like that. So anyway, I'm really excited about it. It's something that's different than beauty, but it's still related to this whole social media, internet presence realm, which I love and I'm super passionate about. So that's what I have going on for today with me, and we can get into the favorites, I think, and then I'll get into the giveaway. So I have a couple of lifestyle favorites, and then I think about 6-ish beauty favorites and 2 product fails. If you are a Starbucks caramel brulee lover like I am, and you haven't tried their toasted white chocolate mocha that they have out for the holidays, go try it. It's really nice, and it's not quite as sweet as the caramel brulee latte, but it's really, really good. I just discovered that this year, and I think it's been around for a couple of years, so that has been a definite favorite for me through November. I have to stop myself from going to Starbucks so much because I love the holiday drinks in general, but this toasted white chocolate mocha has been a really nice indulgence for me throughout November, and I'm sure it will be in December too. I am using the word life-changing for this, and I do not take that term lightly. I don't ever say game-changing and life-changing unless I really, really mean it, and this next thing has been completely life-changing for me. I thought, you know, I'm a pretty organized person. I help other people get on track and get organized, hence why I'm doing what I'm doing with all the social media strategizing in the Facebook group. But there's a technique that I have never used until this past month, and since I've been using it, it has helped me out so much. It's called the Pomodoro technique. I have 2 apps on my phone. I'm going to put those down below. I kind of switch between the 2. I can't figure out which one I like better, but it helps you focus so that you don't get burned out. It puts you in a cycle of working for 25 minutes on whatever you're working on. It could be something around the house, or it could be a project or a report or whatever you're doing. You do that for 25 minutes, you break for about 5 minutes, and then you do that for 4 cycles, then you have a longer break, and then you do 4 more cycles. It's about a 4-hour period if you have that much work going on, but you take breaks so you don't burn out. I am someone who tends to just work all the way through, and next thing I know, I haven't taken a break for like 2 or 3 hours, and I really burn out. My eyes start to cross. So when I have a big editing day or something like that, I will use this, and I find I'm so much more productive, and I'm actually not grouchy like I get grouchy sometimes. So this has really, really been life-changing for me. I mean that, and some days I'll have it where I will have to do 2 cycles of it in a row for a full entire work day, and I'm able to function and not tire out and not burn out and still stay completely focused. I have just been absolutely amazed by this technique. I don't know why I haven't talked about this first beauty product before, because I have been reaching for it multiple times a week as my eyeshadow primer. It's the Tarte Shape Tape Eye Primer. I don't know why I haven't talked about it. I travel with it. I can't get the lid off. I like that it color corrects and sets my lids and kind of locks everything in. I do have to set it with powder just like I do any eye primer, but it's really a nice product if you want something really quick to prime your eyes with before you put on anything else, because some of the heavy duty eye primers can take a little while to blend out even with your finger. This just glides on like a crayon and then you just kind of blend it out really quickly. I have just been reaching for this a ton. I love that it's not a liquid, so if I travel I could just throw this in really quick, really easy. I think I said that about 5 times. I discovered a new powder foundation this month on a whim because of the Sephora sale. Thank you, Sephora, yet again. I got this after my last haul video, I think, or else I don't know why I didn't put it in that video. But this is the Giorgio Armani powder foundation. I don't know what the official name for this is, but I had passed by it one day in Sephora and I swiped my fingers through it and put it on the back of my hand, and it was so incredibly smooth. I thought I needed to get that. Well, I didn't get it that day because I didn't have the shade that I thought I was. I'm in shade 4. It's just so smooth and so silky. I mean, it just blends into the skin so nicely. Now, I have oily combination skin, but I'm also over 40. So I don't want a powder foundation to emphasize any texture, but I don't want it to make me greasy either. And I know I hear a lot of oily combination people talking about how they do better with powder foundation than liquid foundation. I am not one of them. I find that powder foundations wear a little bit less for me throughout the day than liquid foundations, even the ones that I love. This one wears really nicely for me all day. I do usually set my powder foundations with a setting spray. I just find that helps with the longevity. This is beautiful. This really does give a nice airbrush look. It doesn't look heavy. It looks like skin, but it's a powder, and I like having a good powder foundation for days when I'm just wanting to get ready really quickly and just want to brush something over my face. This is a good one. This might be one of the oddest items I've had in my favorites. I really like this little Sephora lip exfoliator. It's got kind of toothbrush type bristles on one side, and then it's got these little bumps on the other. It's like a silicone material, and I really thought it wasn't going to do anything, but it actually does. Yet when you're using it, it doesn't feel like it's doing anything. So if I have dry lips or I have some peeling things going on, which I don't a lot, but you know how aggravating that is when you do, because your lipstick just won't sit right and everything just looks bad. I mean, I just take this over damp lips and I'll just kind of brush it. And I like the way it works better than a toothbrush because it doesn't feel as harsh. And then I'll take the little bumps and it kind of plumps my lips up a little bit. I really like this little thing, and I didn't think I would. I thought it was kind of hokey, but it's worked really nicely and it doesn't ever make my lips feel scratched up the way a washcloth or a toothbrush can. I mentioned this Sonia G Face One brush in another video. I can't remember which one it was, but I've fallen in love with it. I have been using the same kind of kabuki powder brush for my finishing powder for a long time, not even thinking there would be a difference in one over the other if they were soft and felt good and applied it fine. There is. This one is the perfect density. It's the perfect softness. It picks up the right amount of powder and it doesn't kick up powder. So I feel like I'm wasting less powder. It was actually created for mineral powder foundations. I can't get over how soft this feels. I use MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural as a finishing powder a lot, and my old powder brushes or kabuki brushes would kick up a lot of that powder. This one doesn't. It picks up exactly what it's supposed to, and it applies it beautifully, and it doesn't disturb the makeup underneath. I can also use it to apply powder foundation, and it works beautifully. I've been loving this brush so much. And I wanted to tell you about the other 2 Sonia G brushes that I have that I got at the beginning of November. And it's the Smudger 1 and the Smudger 2. And quite frankly, I got both because I couldn't decide which one to get. Now, the Smudger 1 is for powders only. The Smudger 2 is for shadows that have kind of a tricky texture to them. If you're using like a glitter or a shimmer or a metallic shadow and you want to smudge it and get kind of a precise line but not have harsh lines, That's why they're called smudger brushes. I was looking for a smudger brush that would give me a smudged effect if I want it, but also give me kind of a fine line too. And that's what both of these do. They have a flat end on them, so you can align with them around your eye very easily and kind of do a flick or a slight wing, but it's super easy and it's going to give you more of a smudge look than a super sharp look, which I personally like. I probably could have just gotten the smudger too, since it works with powders or creams or metallics or anything like that, but I have them both. I like them both. I use them both. I did a Colleen Rothschild video a little while back and I didn't talk about this product because I didn't really have a verdict on it yet. I hadn't used it long enough. I've been using this Nourishing body lotion. This is one of the only body lotions that has gotten rid of this dry patch that I seem to get every winter on kind of the side of my torso, like right next to my boob. It happens every year. I get this patch of skin that just gets really dry in that area and it doesn't seem to go away unless I use some kind of like healing ointment on it. It leaves my skin feeling nice and soft. I was just rubbing it in a little to make sure I didn't have the scent mixed up with something else. But yeah, it doesn't have an obtrusive and offensive scent or anything like that. It is 8 ounces, I think, 6.8 fluid ounces. You know, and if you're using it on your body, I don't know, is that more or less than what's in Bath & Body Works? But it is a really nice product if you like Colleen Rothschild's products, which I do. I really have been enjoying that. Okay, so I had a couple of things sent in PR from a brand that I have used off and on for 20 years. And a lot of you ask me or tell me about their makeup remover, and I always say I've been using it off and on for 20 years when you can only get it from the catalog. And I think I went without using it for a little while because it was available only by catalog, and that was way before internet shopping was a big thing, and so it was really an accessibility issue. But I've really always tried to keep the DHC Deep Cleansing Oil in my rotation, and I recently rediscovered it. Well, it's been under my counter. You know, obviously I've used enough of it. This hasn't been recently opened, but this has been under my counter and I recently pulled it back out and I've been reusing it again because it's just such a good makeup remover. I'm talking like holy grail status makeup remover here. I love the Clinique Take the Day Off Balm, but this one is one that I just also keep on hand all the time. They sent me a package kind of out of the blue, and in that was their lip cream, and this is a petroleum free lip balm that is so soothing, and this has healed my lips when they were chapped. I mean, completely in one night healed them, and I do keep this on my bedside table. I think it's beautiful. And I've been incorporating their Platinum Silver Nano Colloid Milky Essence and their Super Collagen Mist into my skincare routine, along with some of their other products that I'm actually going to be talking about in my gift guide, because they have a great set that I think would just be a great gift for yourself. And I thought, why don't I put that in my gift guide? I've used all of those products at some point in my life. I've recently reincorporated them all back into my routine, and I'm so glad. I feel like my skin just is behaving really nicely right now, and they're such great products. So I wanted to bring those back up to you because I think DHC is such a great company and they're so underrated. Speaking of gift guide, I just referenced that really quickly. I did one last year. A lot of you really liked it. I've been asked if I'm going to do another one. I am. There were some favorites for me in November that are not in this video that are going to be in those gift guides because they're phenomenal, and I think you guys should think about them either for yourself or for someone else, and they would make perfect gifts. So I'm putting them in one of those 2 gift guides. So definitely stay tuned for those. Those will be up, if not within the next week, within the next 2 weeks for sure. One thing that I did purchase to try out to see if I liked it, and if I did, I was going to put it in the gift guide, was this Clinique Cheek Pop Palette. Unfortunately, this was a big disappointment for me. I have 2 Clinique Cheek Pops that I really do love. One is nude and one is, I think, melon. The nude is actually in here. I think it's, I don't know, this one or this one. The quality of this is not the same. And if you guys have any of those cheek pops, you know they're a type of blush that you have to build up to get pigment, which I prefer because you can't go overboard, and I find that's really nice and very natural looking. It just doesn't build up well when you try to build them up on your face. not like the ones that I own already. So this was just kind of a bust for me. And this next one, I feel like a lot of people like, and I love the brand. I used the brand in a tutorial today. I don't know if that video is up or not. This is the Chanel lip liner in the shade Natural. I feel like it's so waxy. It just takes a while for it to show up when I'm applying it. It's just kind of hard compared to other lip liners that I use that don't pull or tug. It tugs, it pulls, and it drags, and I don't like that. And I feel like I paid too much for this for it to perform like that. You know, I've got lip liners that don't drag, that glide on, that look beautiful, whether they're high or low end. I'm gonna reach for those more. I feel like I'm reaching for it because I just don't want to waste the money, but it's just not my favorite. Okay, I have 3 channels for you to check out, and then we're gonna get to the giveaway stuff. Is a channel, I don't even know how I came across it. It's more of a fashion channel than beauty, but realistic fashion. I have found myself completely enthralled by Amanda John. That is the name of her channel. She has about 12,000 subscribers right now, and she is also growing pretty rapidly. What I love about her channel is that she does a lot of try-ons, but she makes them very real world, affordable. I feel like when I watch what she puts out, I can see myself putting very similar outfits together, either from what I have or from what she talks about, but it's not break the bank unaffordable. And if she does have some pricier items, she gives alternatives. I just really like how she conveys her content. So check her out, tell her I sent you. I think you'll really like her, like I do as well. And the last one, she is just under the cusp of 20K. Let's push her over 20K. I know her outside of YouTube. We communicate, and she's really, really sweet, and she's a really, really talented makeup artist. Mandy Davis, MUA. I know a lot of you follow her, but a lot of you don't, and you may not know about her. She is a makeup artist. She does a lot of wedding makeup, which I think translates really well to real life because it is that natural beauty. She puts a lot of that on her Instagram, and she's really thorough with her reviews and things like that on her channel. So head over to her channel, get her over 20K. I know she can get there. I know she's gonna get there really soon. Before I get started with what's in the giveaway, I wanna tell you that there is a section down below in the description box called giveaway. Look underneath that section for how to enter and for the answers to any questions you might have. Like, is it international, what the dates are, and all that good stuff. There's also going to be 2 other links down there. One is going to be to my Facebook beauty page. The other is going to be to my Instagram. If you are not following me on either of those 2 platforms, that's not a requirement for this giveaway, but I will be putting 2 other giveaways on those platforms. It might be today, it could be within a day or 2, but if you're not following me over there, you won't be able to see when those giveaways go up. I am gonna flash a couple of pictures here really quickly, just showing you what's in both of those giveaways. They will have different products than are in this giveaway. You can win more than one. And now we can go through this giveaway. In this giveaway, I have 3 Pixie by Petra Liquid Fairy Lights Cream Glittery Eyeshadows, the limited edition Patrick Star Glam AF eyeshadow quad, the DHC Velvet Skin Coat Makeup Primer, from the ColourPop Disney Designer Collection Belle Lipstick, Dermablend Illuminating Banana Powder, an IBY eyeshadow trio. It's in a sealed box, so I don't want to take it out. It is a really, really great eyeshadow palette in neutral tones. A dual-ended Wander Beauty On The Glow blush stick in Nude Glow and Berry Whisper, DHC liquid eyeliner and mascara, and 3 of Origin's brand new lip products, 2 balms and 1 of their lipsticks. That's everything in the giveaway. Check out the details in the description and down below. And again, if you're wanting to grow on social media, if you're wanting to start up on social media for your business or your brand, please join my Facebook group. I would love to have you, and I'm so glad to have you here. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and become part of the family. Thanks guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.